where you get your energy from? Or where does your food go once you have swallowed it? In this video, all of these questions will be answered for you. So let's get to work and find out how our digestive system functions. Hi, I'm Sienna Rose and I work for the Dr. President Science Organisation, which explores all of the functions and properties of our amazing human body. I'm going to start off by saying that the digestive system is one of the most complex and diverse systems in the human body. The purpose of our digestive system is to convert raw material, such as food, into essential nutrients and energy that keeps us alive. The digestive system consists of 10 organs covering 9 meters and contains over 20 specialized cell types. From the image, we can see that the 10 organs are your mouth, the esophagus, your stomach, the liver, the gallbladder, the pancreas, the small intestine, the large intestine, the rectum, and the anus. Our digestive system is made up of 4 components: the gastrointestinal tract, the trio of organs, the liver, the gallbladder, and the pancreas, enzymes, hormones, nerves, and blood, and finally the mesentery. Let's begin by exploring what these are. Firstly, the gastrointestinal tract is a twisting channel which transports food. It is made up of 8 organs: your mouth, the pharynx, the esophagus, your stomach, the small intestine, the large intestine, the rectum, and the anus. Secondly, the trio of organs, the liver, the gallbladder, and the pancreas, produce enzyme-rich juices which help digest our foods. Not forgetting that the liver also produces bile, a yellowish-green liquid which emulsifies fats. Thirdly, we have the enzymes, hormones, nerves, and blood. The enzymes in our body act a bit like scissors. Depending on the enzyme, for example the enzymes in bile, they help break down fats into fatty acids and glycerol. Next, we have the nerves in our body. For example, let's take a look at the nerves in our rectum. When they feel the feces expanding, they send signals up to our brain, which then tells the body that the feces are ready to be expelled. Then we have the blood, and this comes in helpfully when the nutrients in our small intestine is absorbed into the bloodstream. Therefore, the job of our blood is to carry around our body the finished nutrients and energy. Finally, we have the mesentery. The mesentery is a big expanse of tissue, also known as our abdominals. The mesentery helps keep our digestive system in shape, and it also supports it. What you have learnt so far was only the broad picture of how the digestive system is structured and how it works. Now let's zoom in onto every organ and see how they play a vital role in keeping us alive. We all know that the first stage of the digestive system is our mouth. However, digestion can begin even before you place the food in your mouth. When you see a piece of food lying on the table and you have that temptation to taste it and to eat it, the glands in your mouth begin to pump out saliva, ready to be mixed with the food. Saliva is an enzyme-rich liquid. The enzymes that saliva holds are amylase or carbohydrates, and as the name may suggest, they break down starch in your foods. Once your food is all chewed up and mixed well with the saliva, you are left with a mushy pulp in your mouth, and this is called a bolus. The next stage of the digestive system is when the tongue helps to push down the bolus into your 25 centimeter long esophagus. The nerves in your esophageal tissue lining your esophagus can sense the bolus, and this triggers peristalsis, a contraction of muscles which propels the food down into your stomach. Your stomach is a muscular bag. This means that it can adapt to the amount of food you eat. It can expand, but it can also contract. Your stomach is filled with hydrochloric acid, which has a pH of between 1.5 to 3.5. This means that it is very acidic, which can help kill bacteria, which prevents you from having food poisoning. Moving back to our journey, the bolus is now found in your stomach. The nerves lining the muscular bag can sense the bolus. Therefore, they toss the bolus around, dissolving it into a frothy white liquid called chyme, and this helps the nutrients be better absorbed into your body. The fourth stage of our digestive system is when the chyme is moved on to the first part of the small intestine called the duodenum. Here, bile exits the gallbladder and enters the chyme, and as previously mentioned, it emulsifies the fats into fatty acids and glycerol. Carbohydrates are converted into glucose, and proteins are broken down by the enzyme protease into amino acids. The fifth stage of our digestive system is when the chyme is now moved onto the lower parts of the small intestine called the jejunum and the ileum. Here, millions of villi cover the surface area, and they maximize absorption of nutrients into the bloodstream. Now we are nearing to the end of our journey, so we are moving on to the large intestine, where the leftover fibre, the water and the dead cells go to. In the large intestine, water and fluids are extracted from the remaining material to a minimum extent. If too much of the water and the fluids are extracted, then the person will remain constipated, as the stool will be too hard to move on to the rectum. Conversely, if no water or liquids are extracted, this will cause the person diarrhea. The digestion process usually takes between 30 to 40 hours, from the moment you place the food in your mouth to the moment you have to go to the pad room and the waste in your body is expelled. And that, my scientists, is how the digestive system works to the full. Today's a new day, and I'm very excited because I'm having the unique opportunity to talk to elite athlete Ellie Barman. She's going to talk us through why it is so important for athletes like her to eat what they do and why they have to follow such a strict diet. Let's go meet her. So, I have a few questions for you. I was wondering if you would be able to answer them.
Sure, I would love to.
Obviously, drinking plenty of water is really important for the human body to keep us alive. However, how much more or less do athletes like you need to drink?
Well, after a full day of training, I usually get really thirsty, so I drink about 2 litres of water that day. But on average, an athlete should drink a litre of water every 1,000 calories they burn.
That's a lot of water, considering that a non-athletic person should drink about 1 litre of water per day, but I know people who drink less. What do you usually eat a few minutes before a race?
Our coaches advise us that before a race, we have to eat food with simple carbohydrates.
And why is that?
Well, the main reason is because so the energy can go straight through to our bloodstream.
And what simple carbohydrates do you like eating before a big race?
Well, I quite like eating energy bars and bananas because they're basically primarily sugar. So they give me that energy boost and sugar boost, which is what I need in a race, and it really helps.
So here we have it. Ellie Barman, an amazing elite athlete and 3 times reigning world championship, and her incredible diet to keep such an amazing body. These past 2 days have been great. The complexity of our digestive system is just fantastic, and it was so interesting diving into so much detail with you. We now know that to keep healthy, we have to drink plenty of water a day, as our body is made up of 60% water. And we also know that we have to have an extremely balanced diet if we want to end up like Ellie, or to simply live a healthy lifestyle.